We welcome you back to Frederica, Delaware. This is the 2022 USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals on Lax Sports Network. We're back here at the DE Turf Complex for the 15 and under championship game here from this event. It's Steps Elite Navy taking on Yellow Jackets Spallina. What's going on, everybody? We welcome you back here to Delaware. Travis Eldridge and Team USA gold medalist Kylie O'Miller back with you. And Kylie, this should be another fantastic matchup. We just saw Yellow Jackets win in the 14 and under age group. This is a different group of players, but they won a title here at the 14 and under age group last year, and they'll be back in action here again in the championship this season.
Absolutely, definitely exciting team to watch. I obviously know them a little bit just from being from Long Island. So I'm excited to watch them in action here today. Just like we just talked about in our 14U matchup that just ended right before this. These girls have worked so hard and so long all year long to be able to be here at this game. So, they're all pumped up to be there.
Got Breezy Henke in goal for Yellow Jackets Spallina. On the other end, it's Livy Rissler getting the start here for Steps Elite. The Steps Elite program, a bunch of players hailing mostly from New Jersey. Yellow Jackets Spallina, a bunch of players from Long Island. And we are underway here at the 15 and under championship game. Good battle at the draw circle, and it's won by Steps Elite Navy, who's in the white uniforms. They got the white pennies, as Yellow Jackets are in the all-navy uniforms. And it's Steps Elite that'll get the first possession here today. Campbell Spillett, number 23, works it around. They go behind the cage. Everybody getting in touch. Rebecca Kirshner, now to Gracie Schulberg. All the way around the outside. Seeing if they can get some movement, creating some spacing here.
Seeing a little bit of that zone defense again here from the Yellow Jackets Spallina defense. Steps Elite doing a great job at sharing the ball and moving it into different areas of the field, looking for the openings. Kind of taking their time here in this opening for that possession.
Remember, no shot clock at this level. 22-minute running time halves until the final couple of minutes of each half. Strong dodge there by Olivia Nickel. This is Schulberg. A lot of defense here for Yellow Jackets Spallina to play on this opening possession. Schulberg looking inside. Nothing there. Schulberg again at the top. Now Kirshner. It's Maya Lisanti on the near side here, goal line extended. Strong move and a bounce shot. Olivia Nickel beat her defender inside, and Steps Elite strikes first.
Olivia Nickel on the strong dodge. That was a really carefully planned offensive set there by Steps. I think it was a great set there, just really working the defense, taking their time until they see this opening, and it's just a quick little face dodge move underneath, and Olivia Nickel is able to finish that goal line extended. She protects her stick and finishes it before she even gets any sort of pressure from any sliding defenders. A really nice take there.
A whistle off the ensuing draw, and this time it goes to Yellow Jackets Spallina. Aubrey Eisfeld brings it into the attacking third. Our first look at this offense here for Yellow Jackets Spallina today. There is Alexis Spallina.
Some differences here on this end. You'll see Steps playing a woman-to-woman defense. Yellow Jackets Spallina looking to work some of the cutters from up top.
Spallina the feed, better save though. Rissler going down to keep that out. Ground ball there by Eisfeld. She keeps it alive, and no, it slid in. Using her defender as a screen there was Erica Kruscher, and she strikes back for Yellow Jacket Spallina.
The original look there off of that stack play. Alexis Spallina looking inside, and a nice save. You'll see this right here. Pass inside, deflected off of a little bit of the pipe. And Aubrey Eisfeld, she's going to be getting ground balls all day long in this game. That's what she does best, is tracking down that ball. And Erica Kruscher able to kind of be open there on the left side. And again, like you said, use her defender as a screen and sneak that past the goalkeeper.
Couple of good offensive sets so far. All set for the draw. Going up and grabbing it is Uma Kowalski. Steps the lead, gets another possession. Kowalski in there with Nell Ducey. Parker Febo. Now down low, it's Ava Kirkwood.
Really working the ball around the outside of their offense here. If you look closely, you can see a couple of cutters that kind of go from elbow to elbow. One going through there. Second one usually comes when the ball gets up top as well. Trying to just really look for the opening in this zone defense.
Ducey. Nothing there. Comes back to Kowalski. Really good patience from Steps so far on their offensive possessions. Takes some discipline, Kylie, to not try to force something and have the patience to find the right pass against some of these zone looks.
Absolutely, and I think if you're watching or if you're teaching a zone offense, or you're looking to, play against a zone offense, the ball is always going to do the work rather than the dodge. And I think that Steps is doing a great job at, kind of being patient here, rather than, as you said, kind of forcing through with some dodges. Seems as if they're really taking their time, really gonna kind of look for that opening to drive just a little bit, to force the zone to kind of step up in different areas like you see here.
Spillett goes all the way around the cage. Febo now back to Ducey. Kowalski, who won the draw to get this possession. Has it at the top. Looking for any kind of space, just nothing there. All the way around the cage. Now she has space, and she goes 5-full. Steps Elite with their second.
Again, the patience of this Steps Elite team in their offensive sets has worked well in both possessions so far. Kowalski is kind of working around the outside of that zone, and as you see, that zone, a little bit of miscommunication in passing off Kowalski. As a player travels from zone to zone to zone on offense, it's the next player's responsibility to kind of step up and take them. So just kind of capitalizing on that miscommunication there is Uma Kowalski, and a great sneak around the crease for the finish.
Picked up by Yellow Jackets here off the draw, and here they come. Eisfeld, full head of steam. Turned back, and she'll give it off to Spallina. So now Yellow Jackets Spallina turn on offense. In the first 3 possessions this game have been settled sets, and each team is cashed in.
Well, we mentioned it earlier in the earlier game. I think both teams have played, 5 or 6 games in the last 48 hours. So really making sure that they're taking advantage of each of their possessions and taking their time if they need to, not trying to make this game too fast when it doesn't need to be, really playing smart. You're seeing it from both teams so far.
Kyle Fennell spins back to the right hand, but a great save by Rissler.
Great save there off that question mark dodge. Looked like she was going for the near pipe, and Rissler was all over it.
So a stops for Steps Elite. And now they gotta clear it. Good pressure here by Yellow Jackets Spallina, not giving Steps any outlets.
Good ride so far.
Yeah.
Taking the ball all the way back to Rissler. Push the field.
Get one more look at this save. Great stuff.
Locked in right on that near side pipe, trying to squeeze it right through, and she saw it all the way through.
Abby Hawes has it taken away. Loose ball. Parker Febo grabs it, keeps it for Steps. Ava Kirkwood gets it into the attacking third here for Steps Elite. Now they can set up this offense once more. About midway through this first half, in the 15 and under championship from the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals here in Delaware.
A great job on the ride there by YJ Spallina. Really took a lot of time off of the clock. Obviously looking for that caused turnover, but if you think about where a lot of these players will be in just a couple of years, and possibly where this game will be in a couple of years, they'll have that shot clock at their advantage, and they'll be able to kind of use that ride to their advantage in order to get the ball back.
Good look inside, deflected though right into the crease of Breezy Hinkie. Yeah, that's one thing that sometimes I feel like isn't mentioned enough about the shot clock being implemented in the college game for both the men and women, is it really does reward defense. You work hard defensively for 60, 70 seconds, so you're really setting yourself up for a strong possession. You're going to be rewarded for that effort.
Absolutely, and you see a lot in the NCAA game with the shot clock. The only time a defense will truly get tired is if an offense will take a couple of shots off the pipe or off the goalie, or a couple of resets on the shot clock where they're playing 3-4 minutes in a row, right? So to your point, it really rewards the defense, and I think that's why it's such an awesome piece that's been added into our game.
Alexis Spallina looking for a cutter here. She has her defender hung up. All sorts of action. Nobody's come free yet. Nicely done defensively here by Steps, matching all these cutters.
A lot of cutters, a lot of patience here. Looking like they're moving those cutters over to the side just a little bit.
Just got chaos in the middle of the field. It's just a swarm of jerseys. Somebody's got to come free.
You tell the Steps defense is doing a great job of communicating who's on who as all these cutters kind of streak through.
They've got somebody, and a finish. It's Eisfeld that finally broke open. The assist by Spallina, and we're tied at 2. Alexis
patience works out there.
Yeah, I was going to say Alexis Spallina with great patience here. Finally finding Aubrey Eisfeld, who streaks open from her defender. She goes up top for the score. We're tied at 2 here from the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals on LSN. Oh, we just saw there at the timeout, Kylie, your old coach there at Stony Brook, Joe Spallina, coaching up this Yellow Jackets Spallina side, one of the coaches for this Yellow Jackets team. All that guy does is coach lacrosse. He just never stops.
Never takes a break. No days off.
Of course, fresh off winning gold with Kylie as an assistant coach for the USA Women's National Team under head coach Jenny Levy. The World Championships just a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago. I feel like I've lost track of time.
Yeah, just a few days ago. It was just a few days ago, and he had mentioned that he had just a couple of things to go to. I know his son Joey, who's headed to Syracuse, had a big time All-Star game on Saturday night, and now he's down here with his daughter Alexa. So always preaching family, and he definitely shows that first.
And so off the whistle, off the draw, it's Steps Elite that gets a possession. Game tied at 2. We've just traded goals. Everybody's 100%. You get a possession, you cash in on a goal. Great patience from both these offenses so far.
Definitely, I think that's exactly what you look for in an offense. Is
another good look, but this time it's snuffed out by Henke. He's got another stop. Here comes Yellow Jacket Spallina. Cadence Flaherty had it stripped from behind, but Spallina able to pick up the ground ball, and Yellow Jackets keeps the possession.
Big time save on the other end. See how fast these players are in the midfield, able to get the ball from defense to offense and in the nick of time.
Looking for the same set we just saw here for Yellow Jackets Spallina. You got Alexis Spallina from behind the cage, looking for a cutter, somebody to break free inside. Kind of really good defensive communication here with all these different screens going on. Spallina brings it in front of the goal. Good double team, and it comes into the stick of Livy Rissler.
That's that second piece of that offensive set. We saw the open cutters come from the middle last time, and Alexis Spallina with the feed, and the second option out of that is Alexis Spallina on the dodge, and just a good heads-up play there by Steps Elite to send the double team. And we get another look at this really strong YJ Spallina ride here. Took a lot of time off the clock last time out. Seems pretty locked in so far.
You're just cutting everybody off. No options for Rissler. Somebody's got to break free for her. And it's intercepted. Good defense, Flaherty up ahead. Spallina 2-on-1, fakes and scores. The ride ends in a goal for YJ Spallina. They've got their first lead.
Again, sometimes you're looking to just make sure you're looking for that turnover on the ride, and that's exactly what happens here. You see one player kind of come off their girl, which makes Rissler throw that pass, and then an interception right up to Alexis Spallina on the fast break. A couple of fakes as she sees Rissler, who's a little bit unsettled in her crease there, so kind of gets her off of her first step and is able to finish that shot.
And that ride, it makes it so difficult on the goalie, trying to have to throw a long pass on a dime and create turnovers like that. As this draw will go to Steps Elite.
Looks as if it was a bit of a false start or illegal draw setup, which will issue Steps Elite the ball here. A little bit of pressure right over that restraining line.
Ground ground ball. Scooped up there by Steps Elite, Maya Lisanti. Here's Katie Powers. Now Ducey. See what Steps Elite does to answer. Trailing for the first time in this first half. About 4 minutes to go. Kowalski. All the way around the back of the net, looking for somebody to cut. Instead, sends it back out top to Nell Ducey. Good feed. Extra pass in front off the pipe. Was unlucky, but the rebound comes back out to Febo. And Steps keeps possession.
Steps being really articulate with their passing and making sure they're looking for the right opportunity. A couple of unlucky shots, a nice save earlier on by the Yellow Jackets Spallina goalie. And then that one off the pipe. Some great looks from this low right side, though.
I love that way of describing passes, articulate. I haven't heard that one before. Nicely done, Kylie.
Thank you. I'm trying to expand my vocabulary. I keep saying nice shot, you know, but it's just because I'm still in playing mode, and that's pretty much what you say when you're running back to the draw circle. So.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of nice shot, nice shot.
Yeah, good job, nice shot. Great work. But listen, that's exactly what they're doing here. Steps Elite. Very articulate. I wouldn't say careful. They're just being really smart in managing the time in the game clock and kind of really stretching this zone out. Seems as if they've played them a bunch of times before, so they know what the zone looks like, and just kind of thinking about ultimately ways that they can beat this YJ Spallina team, and kind of trying to make sure that they can do so.
Nickel had a feed inside. We have a whistle inside. It'll stay here with Powers and company. I'll restart this from right around goal line extended on that hash. And now back to try to find a way through this YJ Spallina defense. Nickel, he has a goal already, made a nice inside move. Now Kowalski draws a shooting space call. And a free position opportunity here from the 8-meter line. Kowalski drives right in through some traffic, a save. And we'll line it up again, this time from the center hash.
Look back at this play here. Gets the shot off, a little bit of a push on the inside.
This time she finishes. Second time's the charm for Kowalski. She has her second goal, and we're tied at 3.
Kowalski on the drive from the center hash. What I love about that take there is that it kind of looks uncomfortable because she's running to her left and then shoots back to her right. But that's the exact way you should shoot a free position shot. She's running away from the pressure from her stick side. She's able to protect the ball from getting any pressure from that stick side defender, and also is able to put it to the spot in the cage where the goalie is no longer. It's a really smart play there.
On top of the goal, we also have a card on Cadence Flaherty, an unsportsmanlike conduct call on Cadence Flaherty, so she's in the box. And no draw, we just give the possession here to Steps Elite, because it was a dead ball foul there. Now some confusion here. The officials stopping play for a second.
I think they're counting players on the fields.
Yeah, they've got 7 down there, Yellow Jackets Spallina. They're a player down. They should just have 6.
I think they had too many on the field. Sorting all that out, Steps Elite will still be a woman up, and they'll gain possession.
So an opportunity here for Steps Elite. Woman up for the first time today. Just over a minute to play in the first half. Great move. Inside and a score. Olivia Nickel, very similar to how she scored her first goal. She's got 2, and Steps Elite is up 4-3.
Very similar to her first goal. Very, very slick, really shifty on that move. You see her fake the top side, a lot of quick stutter steps, and then she's able to one big step right underneath. And the quick finish is exactly how she did it before. The fake high, shoot low. The really nice heads-up play there on the woman-up opportunity that puts Steps Elite in front.
This is still a woman-up situation for Steps Elite, so a big draw. And off the whistle, they give it to Yellow Jackets, so they can kill off the penalty and maybe get one more look here with just under 40 seconds to go.
30 seconds!
30 seconds to go in the half. Aubrey Eisfeld already with the goal in this first half, gives it up. Got that extra defender here for Steps Elite, just kind of roaming. Eisfeld splits a couple of defenders. Shot is backed up there by Spallina. Nine seconds left. Try to feed inside there, just a little high. And that ground ball will do it for the opening 22 minutes. Entertaining one so far here at the 15 and under championship game of the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals. We got ourselves a 1-goal game at the break. Steps Elite and Uma Kowalski leading by 1 thanks to this off the free position. Back here at the DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, Delaware, Travis Seltridge and Kylie Ohlmiller back with you from the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals here on Lax Sports Network. About set for the start of the second half as this team, Steps Elite, 2025 Navy leading the way, a 4-3 lead as we get ready to start the second half as they take on this Yellow Jackets Spallina squad. Kylie, this was an entertaining first half. Both teams pretty efficient offensively.
Absolutely. I think each team is really taking their time on offense. Both teams really kind of valuing the possession, valuing the ball, getting the ball around 2, 3, 4 times before they even start to initiate any sort of offense. YJ Spallina looking through a couple of those cutting looks from up top with Alexis Spallina as the QB back there behind X, and Steps Elite getting some offensive firepower from Carroll and from Kowalski. So it's been a great game so far, and both goalies playing great as you see out there as well, and excited for the second half. I think it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, Livy Ristler, the goalie there for Steps Elite, had a couple of really nice saves in that first half. Jessica Black takes over here for Yellow Jackets Spallina. She'll play the second half here for the team in Navy. Steps Elite wins the draw to open up this second half. About 20 seconds left on a penalty that carried over from the first half. So Steps Elite is still warming up here for a few more seconds, leading 4-3 with the first possession of the second half. And now we're back to even strength. So 1 goal on the woman up for Steps Elite. Parker Febo working against this strong defense of Yellow Jackets Spallina. Cutter inside, through some traffic, extra pass to Ducey, and she has to dance out of trouble. Excuse me, that was Campbell Spillett who danced out of trouble. Kowalski had a couple of goals in the first half. She goes back to work here offensively. Draws a double team. Kowalski keeps it.
Really great pressure from the YJ Spallina defense, both outside the arc on Kowalski there, but also just crashing on the inside anytime the ball gets inside the 8. So again, Steps just being really smart with the ball, passing it around the outside until they can find that inch of separation to kind of attack.
Kowalski with it again. Both her and Olivia Nickel each with a pair of goals in the first half to lead the way. Steps Elite with this 1-goal advantage. Maya Lasanti has it for a second, now back up to Febo, and they work it around to Kowalski. Another lengthy possession for Steps Elite. We've had a bunch of multiple minute possessions so far in this one. Cashed in with goals in just about all of them. Kowalski looking for a cutter. Kowalski squeezes it inside, deflected for a second. Coming up with it is Spillett again. Right place, right time, keeps the possession.
Really great job at keeping those second chance opportunities, fighting for those ground balls anytime the ball hits the floor. And again, just being really patient, looking for different looks here.
Spillett. Now Ducey trying to squeeze a pass in there. Another big ground ball here for Steps. This time Katie Powers scoops it up. Kowalski spins inside, finds no space, and now ducks back out. We've seen it from both offenses. You work until you find just that little hiccup in the defense. That's when both of these offenses have cashed in.
Absolutely, and you have to think with these multiple minute possessions, the offense just working the ball around and sending cutters through. Think about how much defense that other team is playing, right? So this YJ Spallina defense has been playing defense for about 2 or 3 minutes now, just in this one singular possession. So again, just kind of looking for that one little hiccup or that one little cut where they might not be paying attention. Or
there it is. Great individual effort there by Ava Kirkwood, and it's a 2-goal Steps Elite lead.
Again, just going against the entire defense there, really working the ball around, and then able to kind of dodge hard, a right to left split, taking a little bit of contact and then turn in the corner. Kirkwood really does a great job at turning her shoulders to the cage as she comes around. That's not an easy angle to finish a shot off of, and that low-to-low shot is really, really impressive as she kind of turns her shoulders and her hips towards the goal.
That possession took about 3.5, 4 minutes off the clock here in the second half. Steps Elite with the first possession of the half, and they cash in with a goal. And violation on that draw will give it back to Steps Elite. Inside, Powers fakes, back to the left off the crossbar.
Jolie Schiavo with the pickup. The defensive end for YJ Spallina. A little bit of a replay here. Catches inside, right off the crossbar.
You mentioned Chiaffa. That was a great pickup. As that ball gets loose, it could be anybody's ball, but she was snagging it out of the air and gets a possession for her team.
Absolutely, and I think after that last possession for Steps Elite, there was a lot of kind of opportunities where the ball hit the floor and YJ Spallina wasn't quite there to pick them up, and Steps Elite was able to get second and third and fourth chance opportunities. So it was probably something that had been mentioned in that huddle afterwards, is let's make sure we're paying attention to when the ball hits the floor, and Lily Chiava does a great job at making that adjustment and getting the ball the other way.
So Alexa Spallina sets up shop again from behind the cage. We've seen this set a number of different times so far from this Yellow Jackets team. Looks like a press break on a basketball court.
It does.
Set a
lot of cuts from up top.
Yeah.
You see some picks, some screens, a lot of communication, looking for the miscommunication between defenders. I think there's a call inside.
Yeah, it looked like we may have gotten a hold of a jersey. So they'll give it to Erica Krusher, who already has a goal, and she lines up a 8-meter. Drives right in, bounces it wide. Backup is there for Spallina. Kyle Fennell there for the backup. Back to Alexa behind the cage. Just waiting for somebody to break free from a defender. So much pressure in the communication of a defense. Spallina decides to go this time. Gets to the front and scores a snipe up top from Alexis Spallina, her second, and it's 5-4.
The patience once again on this play. Alexis Spallina behind. She works the left side, comes around the right side, looks for the inside roll. It's not there, so she hits that nice rocker and a beautiful shot to the top shelf.
Really nicely done to get to the middle of the field and prove your angle. Doesn't take a lot of space. You just got a sliver of it to get that shot off. There's another draw win here for Rebecca Kirshner. She drives right in, but instead gives it up. Olivia Nickel will send it behind the cage. Good look inside. Tic-tac-toe passing. And an answer by Steps Elite. It's Katie Powers on the board.
Really nice slow break there. Right off the draw control. Steps Elite doing a great job on the draw to gain themselves these possessions.
And so Steps Elite back up by 2. It's a 6-4 game thanks to this right off the draw. Rebecca Kirshner wins it. A couple of passes later, it's Katie Powers cashing in with the 6th goal of the afternoon. They've got a lead here. The 15 and under championships from the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals. About 10 minutes into this second half, Steps Elite NJ Navy with a 6-4 lead over YJ Spallina here in the 15 and under championship at the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals. We're here in Frederica, Delaware. Travis and Kylie back with you. And Kylie, you look at what Steps Elite has done against this YJ Spallina defense, a lot of patience, but here in that last possession, just taking advantage of right off the draw. Defense is unsettled. We're going to find a way to streak somebody through and cash in.
Absolutely, and I think when you think about how this game has gone so far and being really patient and thinking about their possessions, taking a couple minutes off the clock, and really just holding onto the ball and kind of taking care of the ball for a lot of the game time, been a lot of their game plan so far. And you know, kind of just catching them by surprise there. I don't think they've went for a transition goal before, so I guess they weren't expecting it on that last one. So Steps Elite able to kind of cash in and make it a 2-goal lead.
Steps Elite has had a lot of success in the draw circle, but this one won by Spallina.
Keep going.
Aubrey Eisfeld working it ahead to Alexis Spallina. She'll give it up to Kyle Fennell behind the cage. A little different offensive look here now from Yellow Jackets. This is Fennell. Nice dodge. Bounce shot hit the post. Eisfeld there for the ground ball.
Really nice take there. A little bit of help from the pipe on the stop. A right to left split down the alley, and again Aubrey Eisfeld all over those ground balls. Second chance opportunity now going to YJ Spallina, where we saw a couple of minutes ago just a couple of those opportunities off the floor for Steps Elite.
Alexis Spallina looking for the right pass. Spallina rolls the far side, goes back to the right, and this time it's saved. Rissler with the stop.
Another big time stop for Rissler in the cage. And again, we've been talking about this ride for YJ Spallina. Steps kind of showing that theme all over the field, really taking their time in the ball back and forth across the middle if they need to in order to get the ball over their restraining line safely.
Livy Moorer brings it into the restraining box. Offense goes back to work. Nell Tucci, joined by Parker Febo and Uma Kowalski at the top here. 6-4 lead as we near the 10-minute mark of this second half of this championship game.
You're gonna hold it.
Again, seeing a little bit of that patience, kind of settling into their offensive third, working the ball around. 10 minutes left in this game, still plenty of time, but as we've seen before, we can expect that Steps Elite is looking to hold this ball for at least a couple of minutes of that, if they can, or if they don't see a wide open opening.
Yeah, they had about a 3.5, 4-minute possession that ended in a goal here to start the second half. Kowalski's got a pair. She drives in, but no real sense of urgency. Remember, no shot clock at this level. They can hold it for multiple minutes. Looking for the right opportunity. Some of the holding of the ball, you got to give credit to the Yellow Jackets defense. There haven't been a lot of breaks in it, but the few times that Steps Elite has held on to it long enough, they've found just one little sliver of space to be able to score against this stout defense.
Absolutely. Definitely a strong defensive unit, working through that zone. You see the backer on the inside, kind of passing off the cutters and then being there for help if a Dodger gets through. But as you mentioned, Steps Elite just kind of keeping the ball well outside the 12 right now, waiting to see if YJ Spallina might pressure out and create some offense, or there'll be one little sliver of opening, as you mentioned, that they can take and kind of streak in there and score.
Nickel gave it up to Kowalski. The two of them have combined for 4 of the 6 goals so far. They had the first 4 goals of the game. Here's Nickel. This has been where she's had her success, right around the crease. Rolls the far side. She's got another. A hat trick for Olivia, and it's 7-4.
third goal of the game. The first two came off of some strong lefty takes. This time she goes to her right side. Again, working the ball down to her. There she is, number 14. Kind of dodging that left side, a little bit of a hesitation move on the backside. And again, just a miscommunication between those two low post defenders as she kind of comes around the backside of the crease. And what she's done a great job of so far here today is finishing just a step in front of goal line extended. Kind of faking high and shooting low on the goalie and able to get that shot off nice and quick.
So with about 7 minutes to go, these draws all really important for Yellow Jackets Spallina. Need a possession here. Instead, it's scooped up by Kira Schwartz. And a possession again for Steps Elite.
That draw circle has been pretty locked in all game long for Steps Elite ever since the opening whistle. You can tell how much they value their possessions.
Once again, they'll take their time and wait for the right opportunity with a 3-goal advantage. Bounce pass, found the stick of Kirshner. Now Spallina starting to pressure out a little bit. Seen it with the Rye. They've had the ability to create some turnovers. Now they got to do it on the defensive end.
I think the 3-goal lead definitely is a big lead for Steps Elite and forcing YJ Spallina to kind of push out a little bit more than they usually do on their defensive end in order to get the ball back. It's only 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game, which is plenty of time. But again, as we mentioned, possession is key in this game where there's no shot clock, and a team can carry hold of the ball as long as they can control it.
Nickel dodges a couple of defenders. Man, she is an electric dodger.
Very shifty, protects her stick very, very well. Very impressed with her today.
Each of these teams trying to win a title. This 2-day event. Group play was yesterday. Quarterfinals, semifinals earlier today, all leading to this championship game. This is the final game of the day here at the DE Turf Sports Complex. Nickel dodges again. There's under 5 minutes to play. Ducey gives it up. Kirshner. Now Ducey spins. Left hand, shot wide. The backup is there for Steps Elite. Good feed inside. Spillane rolls back to the left and finds the back of the net. And it's a 4-goal lead for the first time today.
Again, that patience is really, really helping out this Steps Elite team on offense. Off the backup, that's Olivia Carroll, who's been doing a lot of the dodging and shooting today, but feeds it off to Campbell Spillett, who makes a great move inside. That righty roll back to her left hand. A low shot. Back to the draw circle where Steps has been having a ton of success, and YJ Spallina picks one up.
But it's stolen away by Kirshner. Remember, we had a push
Come on, we gotta go. Short
there,
time.
and
Let's go.
ball was loose. Just about 3 minutes to go.
Short time,
YJ
let's go.
Spallina
Get
gets
out.
it back.
Go.
3 minutes left in the game, down by 4.
Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to set up their offense
See if they can
nice
get
and
a
quick.
quick one here, yeah.
work through a little bit of a weave situation up top with their middies and their high wing attackers. Gonna get some movement and dodging.
Working around Aubrey Maurer. Now Fennell. Gets that left hand free, and I don't think there's a backup. He steps a lead, and Schulberg was the closest to the ball as it went out.
Time.
Strong left-handed take there by Fennell, but as you mentioned, backup was closer into the ball, and that was Steps Elite. Really locked in on defense, kind of locked in all over the field here, this Steps Elite team.
Great pass ahead there by the goalie Rissler. She's had a nice game.
Absolutely, a couple of nice big-time saves. Standing strong in that cage, getting to the end line there on that backup. That big long clear, gonna get the ball out of their defensive third at the end of the game.
Now about under 90 seconds to play. And with some of the possessions we've seen from Steps Elite, they certainly can hold on to this for the rest of this one if they'd like. See 3 4-minute possessions ending goals for Steps Elite here today.
See the pressure from YJ Spallina now.
This capping another terrific event here at the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals. Record 90 teams competing across the 3 age groups, 2 days of events, teams from 12 different states represented. Some of the best club programs in the country in the 13, 14, and 15 and under age groups. And it looks like it's going to be Steps Elite, the champions here at the 15 and under age group. We saw Heroes Lax 2027 win the title. The 13 and under, it was Yellow Jackets Manning who won the title in the 14 and under age group, but 8 seconds left, and it'll be Steps Elite, the champs here at the 15 and under age group here at the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals. Your final 8-4. They're the winners, and they'll celebrate.
Steps Elite with the dog pile, celebrating a long, hard-fought tournament win here at the national stage. Really smart play by a lot of the players out there today in this game.
Tell you that was a tackle we saw of the goalie there. That was a big hit Livy Rissler took.
She might be bleeding, but I think she's just too happy to notice.
Oh my goodness. Look at this, the celebration on. You don't want to tackle your teammate quite like that.
I love it. Smiles all around.
You see the excitement on all these girls' faces. Really, really cool. Celebrating with a piggyback ride off the field. What a moment for these girls. Obviously very excited to win this USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals Championships. We'll be back to hand out some hardware here on LSN. Your final score, Steps Elite, 8-4 winners here at 15 and under. Finishing up a long couple of days action here at the DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, Delaware. Travis Eldridge and Kylie O'Miller back with you to hand out some hardware here in the 15 and under age group. Steps Elite, 8-4 winners here over Yellow Jackets Spallina in the 15 and under championship game. Kylie, high level we saw in both this game here at 15 under and also the game we did just prior to this of the 14 and under age group. We saw some future stars of the sport on display this afternoon.
Absolutely. I'm continued to be impressed by all the youth players in this game. They just get better and better with each year, and You know, these players right here just going into their sophomore year of high school. It's really, really impressive. And in the games earlier today, the players haven't even been to high school yet. And, you know, they have one-handed interceptions and, you know, question mark plays and incredibly locked-in saves and tic-tac-toe transition plays. It's just really exciting lacrosse to watch. And it blows my mind that they are as young as they are. Just makes me happy to know that our sport is in good hands as it continues to move forward.
So we will hand out some medals for both of these teams first. Yellow Jackets Spallina will listen in as each of these players gets their medal here for finishing second place in this lengthy 2 days worth of lacrosse. So everybody's gotten their medals. We'll take a team picture and we'll hand out some hardware for Steps Elite. Team that won this title last year, the 14 and under age group, back here in the championship game at 15 and under, shows you just how much talent is on this Yellow Jackets Spallina roster. Obviously, Yellow Jackets program very well known on the club circuit.
A lot of talent in that picture. Team that I know very well. A lot of Stony Brook fans right there. Long Island girls, a lot of girls that were there when I was at Stony Brook. They were there in the stands and continue to be, you know, just big kind of learners of the game. They really take in every little thing that their coaches say and every little thing that they can watch of the players that are, you know, playing at the highest level right now, because a lot of these players out there on this field, this Steps Elite team included, want to be there one day, and you can tell they're putting in a lot of hard work to do so.
For sure, and would not be surprised if we see some players from this game and the game prior to this that we may see playing for big college programs here over the next several years. Obviously, the recruiting just really kicking into high gear for players here and they're getting ready for their sophomore years of high school. And we'll listen in as Steps Elite gets their medals. Big cheer for Livy Rissler, the goalie. Steps the lead, will take a championship picture, and that'll cap off a long couple of days of lacrosse here from the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals. Kylie, this was fun. Appreciate you having you along for the ride, and once again, congratulations on your own gold medal with Team USA. A special, special team for you to be a part of.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today, and awesome to see the future of this sport ball out here on this stage. It's really incredible to see the talent that's out on this national stage. So again, thank you for having me, and can't wait to see some of these girls on the U.S. senior national team one day winning the gold medal too.
For sure. The picture with the USA Lacrosse banner will be one that they'll like to keep for a long time. Steps Elite, your champs here at the 15 and under age group from the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals, 8-4 winners over YJ Spallina. But that'll do it for us here on LSN. Once again, 8-4. Steps Elite, your champs at 15 and under here from the USA Lacrosse Youth Nationals. For our entire crew and Kylie O'Miller, I'm Travis Eldridge saying so long from Delaware. Thanks for watching.